It's no good. I mean, it's really no good. You have to do what you have to do, and if that's what's happened, then that's the way it is, dear. Well, it's not my fault. You should have been a little bit more crafty, shouldn't you? Not my fault at all. Well, it's not my... What do you want me to do? Ring him up, dear? I'm not ringing him up. It's nothing to do with me. You're going to have to find another little job to do, aren't you, my love? McDonald's are always looking for people. Of course you can. You'll be able to stand. It doesn't matter about your age. I know you're not a youngster. It doesn't matter about your age at all, my love. Why don't you just ring up McDonald's? They'll find you a little job there. Kentucky Fried Chicken? Pizza Hut? Or mind you, they're laying off some staff at the moment, aren't they, my love? Yeah, I know. It's just... Oh, don't start crying. Oh, Christ. Don't start crying. That's how it is, you know. We have jobs. After a while, we lose them. It's the name of the game. All right, my love. Try and cheer up a little bit more. Cheer up a little bit more. Yeah, but you try and be a little... I know it's difficult with a face like that, but you try and be a little bit more happy and get yourself a nice new coat. We're fed up seeing that old brown thing that you've been traipsing around for years and years. All right? It's just how it is. We gain jobs, we lose jobs. All right, Jeremy. Bye-bye, darling. Oh, bye-bye, Jeremy. Oh, please don't cry. Bye, Jeremy. Bye, Jeremy. Bye. 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 Poor old chap. Oh, have we started? Good morning to you, boys and girls. It's Friday, the 30th of October, 2020. I was just talking to Jeremy Corbyn. Good morning to you. It's Friday, the 30th of October, 2020. Welcome along to this morning's United Kingdom talk, coming to you from our plush television studios here in the heart of Lincolnshire at the Chapel Hill Marina, run by the delightful Sylvie, Queen of all caravans. Good morning and a warm welcome along to you, all right? Funny that, I'm sorry about that. I didn't realise we'd started and a little phone call came in from lovely Jeremy, bless his heart. There's giant rats in New York. Oh, my God. Now, can you just imagine this? We often hear about sinkholes, don't we? Sinkholes. Literally, you're walking down the street and suddenly you fall into a very deep, dark hole. Evilness. Halloween tomorrow. Evil creatures are at this moment stirring. They are going to come soon, evil creatures. They're waiting. The ground is stirring. Do not go into cemeteries tonight, where the dead return from the dead and start floating across, scaring little children. Are there any little children watching today? Is Emily watching, or George, or James, or Harry, or Evie, or Olivia? Come closer, children. Come closer. Boo! Oh, sorry, I'm getting quite carried away. I do get very excited on special days of the week. Rachel is practically wetting her knickers at the moment. She is on the point of total and utter excitement. Just less than 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 hours to go when it is Halloween. It's coming soon. And I suppose you could get rats on Halloween as well, can't you? More evil creatures. Well, this bloke in New York, in the Metro this morning, it says, this is a moment a New Yorker waiting for a bus found himself sucked into a sinkhole full of enormous rats. Evil. Do they bite people? Leonard's shoulders suffered a close encounter. Do 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 do. He suffered a close encounter with the Big Apple's famous vermin after the Bronx sidewalk corner he was standing on gave way last weekend. Fat git. Should have lost some weight then. Clearly his own fault. Have you been to New York? You thought you had a weight problem, didn't you? Wait till you go to New York. It's weird. In New York, it's really weird. There's no one normal size, probably like yourself. There are either very annoying fitness fanatics who are always running up and down the street while you're trying to do your shopping in Macy's, right? Or there are great, massive people. They can't get through the door. You know those sliding doors, whoosh, like that, automatic doors, don't open wide enough for them. They have to sit outside. What they have to do, when the really, really massive fat people of New York, they get to Macy's, they stop outside in them wheelchairs, right? Because they're too lazy to walk. That's why they're so fat. They won't do any exercise whatsoever. Oh, I've got disability. Your disability is you're too fat. That's what your disability is. You have to do some exercise. Don't give up. Otherwise, you end up looking like Gemma Collins. Don't give up. They have to. They bring their little wheelchairs, and they push the stop button, and they have to mail order stuff from outside the store because they can't get in it because the doors are not wide enough. It's terrible. And the rats follow suit. They're fat and all. Recalling her son's idea, Shoulders, this bloke's name is Shoulders. Isn't that unusual? Leonard Shoulders. Leonard Shoulders' mother, Cindy. Leonard, Cindy, is all these like dolls' names, aren't they? He was like, Ma, the rats down there were ridiculous. He was like, they were so big. He was scared to yell out because he thought they were going to go in his mouth. You'd have to have a really big mouth for a rat to go in there, wouldn't you? I beg your pardon. I can just as easily push the stop streaming button here if you want me to. Don't be so rude. Oh my God, how many germs have I just put in my mouth? Sorry. Awful. Surveillance footage showed Leonard trying desperately to find something to grab onto. Oh, I know the thought in that dark room in Chariots, I was the same. Desperately to find something to grab onto as the concrete beneath his feet began to give way, but without success. The unfortunately walker ended up plummeting 12 to 15 feet into the bowels of the city, with concrete and debris raining down on his forehead. It's raining, it's pouring, my love life is boring me to tears. After all these years, no sunlight, no moonlight. I know all the songs, all the best songs. There's no Beyonce here, darling. Last night I was over great niece Olivia, Evie, and great nephew's Harry's house. Right? And she's got some very, very annoying little children on the telly dancing with each other. Synchronised dancing to some dreadful... Who was this girl? Taylor Swift. I mean, who is that? Taylor Swift. Dancing to some Taylor's... Well, I'm sorry, I had to put some Hard House on and teach them how to dance correctly. Oh, what was the song I put on last night? I can't even remember. But it was a hard... Oh, was it? Let's Rock. A song by E-Tracks, if you want to look it up. And we commenced dance... Well, I commenced dancing to it. Let's Rock by E-Tracks. A trade classic is the club I used to go to in Turnmills. It carries on. This bloke said his mother said he is traumatised. Pedestrians who witnessed the sinkhole opening shouted down to Leonard to give them a sign he was okay. Are you okay down there, mate? But you see, that's a lie. If there were any youngsters there, they wouldn't have been trying to help him. They would have been standing there with their cameras, wouldn't they? Trying to get the latest YouTube video for themselves. They don't give a toss about anyone. All they want to do is get another good picture and upload it for likes. That's all they want to do with their sad, lonely, pathetic lives. Generation X, Z, or whatever they are now. Oh, that'd make a good video. You know, bloke dying down there, being eaten alive for rats. They're standing there with a phone trying to get a decent YouTube video. Oh, dear. This bloke says he's traumatised. He went straight down. He said he was just falling, but the debris was falling and hitting him in the head. He is alive, thank God. Praise my soul, the King of Heaven. We had one on the other night, you know. You know when we did a nighttime show the other night? I did something like that, some sort of joke, you know, started singing a hymn or something. And then some prat came on and said, oh, you know God isn't real. Right, okay, yeah, it's fine. We accept everyone here. And then he went for it again. He or she, whatever it was. We weren't really interested. Someone in Canada. Oh, well, I'm an atheist. Right, okay. And, well, welcome along. We welcome everyone here. Atheists, Jews, Catholics, Church of Englanders, Buddhists, Muslims, don't care who you are. Welcome. Welcome along. And you could tell that they were trying to make a point of them being atheist. Fine, you carry on. We don't care. Whatever you want to be. One of those lefties, dear. You know what happens to lefties in the end? I mean, you saw me just take that live call on air with our delightful Jeremy Corbyn. Bless his heart, darling. Never mind, Jeremy. You're a little bit old to look for another job perhaps now anyway, my love, aren't you? Now, why don't you get yourself a couple of packets of digestive biscuits and a nice teapot and just live out the rest of your days, you know, watching programmes. I mean, your sort of thing would be Loose Women, I would imagine, or you could watch some of those nice little left-wing programmes. She's not on anymore, but the delightful Victoria Derbyshire show, the delightful Victoria Derbyshire show that she used to have on in the mornings before she got moved on. You know, you could have watched her and the various victims that she has on every morning moaning about their latest ailments. Yeah, what fantastic television that is. God, we can't all wait to watch it. Oh, Keir Starmer was on the telly this morning, wasn't he? He was on the telly this morning. Yeah, he's all right, isn't he? Is he okay? Don't know. He looks like a bit like one of those Barbie dolls, doesn't he? Because his face is all shining and his hair is like gelled or whatever it is back. He's a bit too white, isn't he? He's very white. Is he Scottish? He's really white, whereas I'm sort of a, you know, like a brownie colour. I quite like my colour. I tan very easily. Do you? Do you tan very easily? Like that. 5 minutes of sun, I'm black in front of you. It's fantastic. I love it. By the way, if there's anyone new there today, good morning. Welcome to our little show. Okay, it's just a little bit of fun. Just a little bit of fun. The chat box is for you to chat to each other in. I don't really refer to the chat box, okay? Which some people sometimes... Oh, it's not read out the names. Well, don't do that anymore. Because it got more and more difficult to pick out good messages. So what we do now, the chat box is for you all to talk to each other. And if you want to text in, there's a text number up there in the top left-hand corner, okay? 07551 259 675 is my texting number. Or you can email the show at any point while we're on, and I'll read out your email. chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk is the email address. All right, so good morning to Fran, texting in this morning. Morning, Fran. And have a lovely day. Oh, look. Someone's asking me now. It's probably DJ Chris, actually. I saw the word Star Trek, which means it's probably DJ Chris. Let's see if we can find who this is who's texting. Yes, it is. I thought so. That was a good guess, wasn't it, Chris? Chris says, good morning. Hope you have a lovely day. I'll be watching Star Trek Discovery after this morning's show. I won't be watching that today, Chris, so don't tell me about it. But when I go home, I'll be going back probably on Monday. It was going to be Saturday, But then I got invited to, oh, Christ. Then I got invited to a children's afternoon Halloween party for Harry and Evie and Olivia, which involves cakes and ice cream and jelly. So I have delayed my return until Monday. So that'll be Saturday afternoon. Although I might, you know, if I was clever. No, it's Saturday night. Saturday night. You know, I might, depending on what time it finishes, I may still come back Saturday night. I don't know yet. Don't know yet. All right. And good morning to Paul in Cornwall. Tinkerbell, I hope you have a good day. And I'll be in the stream soon. So good morning to Paul in Cornwall joining us as well there. Anyway, just finishing off on this story about the giant rats. It says the collapsed sidewalk has been fenced off, with adjacent businesses also forced to close while inspectors work to determine what caused the sinkhole and how to repair it. New York's Department of Buildings says it could issue an enforcement notices if anyone is found responsible for the sinkhole. So there we are. I mean, these sinkholes just seem to open up randomly, don't they? Bit scary, isn't it? Bit scary to have a sinkhole suddenly appear. Even more scary if you was to fall down it and there were loads of rats there, I suppose. Dreadful. This week's winner for the Echo Dot, just to let you know, if you're with us this morning, Colin Kay won the Echo Dot yesterday. There's his number and all that. It's still sitting here waiting to go off. It was absolutely chucking it down yesterday throughout the whole show, and it carried on in the afternoon. So I wasn't able to do much of a walk, certainly not after the show. So literally the show finished and I started doing a little bit of polish, but not really polishing, sort of wiping dust off places, which I rarely do. You know, I've got to look and see, oh, that really needs to be doing. And then like 3 months later, I might get something wet and sort of dampen it on down a little bit and pull up the dust like that. So that's what I did yesterday. And then it was lunchtime and I'd done some pasta. I think I'm doing the same thing today as well, just to use that. I got some mushrooms and stuff that my nephew's wife gave me. So I'll probably do a nice little pasta thing with onions and things like that for lunch again today. And then in the sort of early afternoon, about 1:30, the rain stopped for a while. So I kind of went for a mini walk, only 4,500 steps. Terrible. I'm so unfit now. Wow, I'm so unfit. Only managed 4,500 steps, and I thought, oh, this is going to start pouring down again. So I came back down the other way, but I did something. Very, very important to do something, I think. And then that's why you didn't get your thing posted. Because for me to post something from here is a journey. You know what I mean? I can't... There is a letterbox close by. But any parcels or anything like that, sort of a size, that won't go for a letterbox. So that has to go down to the post office, which I'll be doing shortly after the show. I'm going to have a little drive later. There's another little place I'd like to have a look at. I'm not hopeful on the cottage anymore, but there's another place, which is actually smaller. It's only 2 bedrooms, but it's got a bit of land with it. Like straight out the front, it's got like a field all the way down. So I might have a look at that in a place called Stickney, something like that. I can't remember what it was called now, Strictly or Stickney, which is about 8 miles from here, so not far at all. But it looks quite rural, you know? And it's also got a couple of outbuildings. Stables, actually. There's 2 stables there as well. So presumably you could convert those somehow, and that could maybe become a little studio. I don't know, something like that. Because I'd obviously want to carry on doing this. So I might have a little drive down there. I haven't made an appointment, just to look around the outside of it, you know, be a bit nosy, see how that goes. But I'm not hopeful with that cottage at all. I rang them up yesterday, and it's weird. She says, we keep emailing him about your cracking offer. So I've obviously made a good offer, right? Keep emailing me, but he's not replying to that email, but he is arranging other viewings. Well, the offer I made was $5,000 less than the asking price, which is very high. That's very high, right? Yet he doesn't respond. Strange. I wonder if he's perhaps similar to me and my present house in Berkshire. Similar to me, whereas I am attached to it. He's only been there a year, but he may be attached to that, right? And he's looking for the right person. He may not have considered me the right person. Do you know what I mean? Now, if there were people looking around my house, okay, I wouldn't want to put in noisy people next to my beautiful, wonderful neighbours that I've been with for 26 years. There's always the chance that that could still happen, because first, what's the word? First opinions of someone. What's that word? I can't remember the expression now. I just say it as opinions. First opinions when you meet someone. First impressions. That's it. Your first impression of someone isn't always the right thing, is it? You could have a little old lady come along and, sell it to her, and then she moves this family of about 200 people in, depending on, of course, what country they come from. Because some people from other countries, they have like 8 million people living in a one room, dear. How do they do that? Huh? Oh, God, I couldn't do that. So, it might be something like that, and he sort of met me, and I thought I thought I got on very well with him, because he's into renewable energy, and that's something I'd want to be looking at, doing that. But he hasn't come back to us that. And also, I got a phone call from the money man as well, the one who advises me, mortgage advice and money advice, that sort of thing. And one thing that was thrown up, which I didn't realise, is that if I was to hold on to the house I've got and raise the money from mortgages from other places, you'd have to spread it around a little bit. You can do it from one. You'd have to spread it over 2 or 3, you see. If I was to do that, right, and buy another place, I would then be hit with a 3% tax, because it's another property, a little bit like a buy-to-let. Right, even though I'd be living in this one, I would then be classed as having like 2 residential properties, even though one would be let out, and a 3% tax, which could be up to sort of £8,000. That's not an insignificant amount of money. You might say, oh, well, you're buying a house, so that £8,000 isn't much out of that. I think it is. So you'd have that £8,000 tax to pay straight away like that. Then you'd have to do up the other place and depersonalise it before it rents out. Well, it'd take me 1.5 years to get that back. Which would be all right if you were like 20 or 30. Well, I'm 57. And you don't know what's around the corner. I might drop dead doing a show today. And if I do, please could you tell your friends, because we could do with the numbers going up. And they'd love to see someone die. We've seen careers die. Jeremy Corbyn comes to mind at one moment. But other people, All right? So that's where I am at the moment. And once she said, well, you'll have to pay 3%. Maybe that's not a route I should go down. Just sell it and be done with it. And if I was to sell that and buy here, I'd roughly be in the same position I am now. If I was to keep that and try and rent it out, I would have to go much more into debt again. And I don't really want to do that. You don't spend all this time climbing up slowly only to drop back down again. So I think that's probably out of the question now, that idea that I had in my head. All right. So that's where I am at the moment. This bloke isn't coming back to me. Strange. Why you wouldn't just pick up the phone and say, thank you very much, I'm not going to accept his offer. End of. No problem. But no. Bit odd, really, isn't it? But you never know. Things happen suddenly, don't they? So I'm going to have a little look at a drive around to Stickley today and have a little look around there. Perhaps I can find a nice walk as well. Have a little walk somewhere a little bit different today. Chris, stop that, darling. The wonderful thing about seeing you sending in text messages is that you can send private things in sometimes, which I won't read out. I certainly won't read that one out from DJ Chris. It's shocking. Oh, gosh. Something I've noticed on the BBC iPlayer. Haven't watched them yet because I've already seen them, but I might watch them again. What's appeared on the BBC iPlayer? 3 series of the excellent, very talented Catherine Tate show. Now, some of that's written by my friend Darren Litton, who wrote Benidorm. Okay, so that has now appeared on the iPlayer. 3 series of the Catherine Tate show. So if you want to laugh, put that on. It's hilarious. One of the funniest things ever, the Catherine Tate show on there. And also this morning, how absolutely delightful to turn on, get the show ready, and realise that it was your turn for the Facebook change. My Facebook has changed beyond all recognition this morning. Don't we hate that when they change something? And I'm scrumming around trying to find how to do this and how to do that, and it's all very different. I suppose we get used to it, don't we? No one likes change. No one likes change at all, do they? I certainly don't like change, but they've changed the Facebook layout, certainly for me. If it's not happened for you yet, it will happen. It's not too bad, but you've got to find your way around it again, and I blooming well hate that when they change things. Good morning to John Aitken. Have you voted for your 5 favourite tracks on the trade site? The top 30 starts tonight. No, to be honest, John, no, I haven't. I don't know the answers to some of them. I can tell you that probably at the top of my list would be He Never Lost His Hardcore by NRG. But that was more of an FF tune than the trade tune. And it was FF that I went to first. On Sunday nights, and then I started going to trade on Saturday nights. But He Never Lost His Hardcore by NRG was that really was an FF tune, as played by the delightful Mrs. Woods, as you remember. I would also have the one I was dancing to with the children last night, Let's Rock by E-Trax, E-T-R-A-X. And there was another one, Calling Occupants, you know that one? Calling Occupants of Interplanetary Craft. I think it had a little bit of a sample in there from the Carpenters. What was the other one? Oh, there was so many. There was so many. Is there anybody out there? Was that one as well? But yeah, I'll be very interested to see the trade tracks top 30 there. Maybe someone will be doing a little mix of all that one, you know. Look forward to seeing that anyway. Biscuits. Do you like your biscuits? Biscuits. Cadbury's chocolate fingers. Can you open a box and just have a couple out of that? Probably not. You can't, can you? And I quite like the Cadbury's animals. You know, you get a box of them. Little animal shapes. Delicious. Covered in shortbread, covered in chocolate. And they have Christmas ones out as well. Like Christmas, instead of having animals, they have little Christmas trees and things like that in a box, don't they? Aldi chocolate digestives. There's something ridiculous like 37 pence. Some of those McVitie's chocolate digestives, you go in like a BP petrol station, they're like £2 odd, £2.30 for a packet of those. And then you go in Aldi, and you have a great long packet like that, 37 pence. It's mad. And there's nothing wrong with those Aldi ones. They're lovely. Too lovely, in fact. Half a packet gone. Maybe it would be all right to eat these things, because what we tend to do is eat biscuits and cakes as snacks, don't we? We don't have them as a meal. It doesn't get to like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. What shall I have for dinner today? I'll have half a packet of chocolate digestive biscuits. No. What will happen is that you'll do some chips or some potatoes, or you'll probably have a little pie or something, and some vegetables, and that's your dinner. And then 2 hours later, you open the biscuits. Especially you, because I can see how many biscuits you've been eating. Believe me. They're sitting there, aren't they? PlayStations. Telly. Oh, what can I watch now? Oh, let's watch Loose Women. My boyfriend. Oh, Christ, what a boring programme that is. Oh, I couldn't believe it. I turned on... What was I doing last night? I was 7 o'clock last night. Oh, it might have been the night before. I think it was the night before. So I watched the BBC Look North News. And then the One Show come in, which I don't usually watch. And it was on in the background, and I was mucking around on the computer. And there it came. And then the opening credits ran. And then it mixed into the studio, and the camera moved slowly forward. And I was blinded. What on earth is going on with my telly? It was Ryland Clark's teeth. Oh, Christ, they're so bright, aren't they? They were shut in those television lights. I had to turn the telly off. It's too much. Ryland blooming Clark. Hello. Hello, and welcome to the One Show. Oh, Christ. Same old faces on the telly all the time. Let's have us something nice and new and butch, please. Why can't we have, I don't know, someone like Justin Bieber presenting a show? Or that boy from No Erection. What's his name? Harry Styles. Or Liam Payne. That's who we want on the telly. He does his own TikTok channels. No, I'm not subscribed to it. I'm not a pervert. I don't look at pictures of Liam Payne on his TikTok all day long. Why can't we have him presenting or someone like that, you know? No, what we got? Ryan Clark, hello. Welcome to the One Show. Lovely to see you today. Lights beaming down onto those teeth. Jesus Christ. I'm surprised the camera can even focus on him. Talking of lights, incidentally, do you like my circular light there? Isn't this fantastic? This is our Super Chat prize this week, as requested by you the other night. Talking of night time, might be here tonight for another chat box show. Depends. Can't promise things. Depends. Because I know how bored and lonely and pathetic you all are. Desperate to see me again. I'm on this programme even more than Philip Schofield's on the telly. Philip Schofield, once a night. You see how many hours Philip's on and now how many hours I'm on. Thank you, Philip. Bye, bitch. Anyway, this is our Super Chat prize this week, boys and girls. When you send me a £1 Super Chat, as a tip, I will give you a free raffle ticket with the chance to win a delightful At the Circle of Light. It's a new beginning. Adjustable brightness. On. Different colours. Orange, white, mixture of orange and white. And adjust the brightness like that. Look at that. Look how bright that is. Look how bright that. I'm like a solar eclipse, aren't I? Just think, if Gemma Collins was here, you wouldn't be able to see that, would you now? So we do a different colour. Hang on. Let's have the white. I like the white. So we just have that on dim like that. For effect, that's the prize this week, okay? That's the Super Chat prize, which happens on Thursday next week, if you want. If you want. No one's dragging you, kicking and screaming, asking for tips. Don't do that. It's there if you want it. Okay. Oh, we got a couple of pictures from John Parrish as well to show you this morning. Let's do those now, actually. Let's do the John Parrish. I always forget to do those, don't I? Until the end of the show. There we are. John Parrish sending in some photos for you this morning. Nice, aren't they? It's New York, New York. Da 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 da. Bum 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 ba da bum bum bum. That's John's family who lives in Las Vegas. Oh yes. And there's New York, New York. Is that New York? Or is that Las Vegas? I think that's Las Vegas. Look at that. That's the New York, New York Hotel in Las Vegas, I think. And that is the family who lives in Las Vegas. I'm not quite sure where that is. It's clearly outside one of those hotels. They look happy. Look at little Sherry there. Sherry, why are you not standing up in that photo, my love? Let's just wait for that to come down again. I'm pretty sure that's Las Vegas because I've been there. I love it. Love going to see all the shows. Not really into gambling. Come on, there we go. Sherry, you're not standing up in that picture, are you, my love? Why are you kneeling down there? Why is... Oh, I beg your pardon, you are, aren't you? Just short, sorry. Are you offended by that? Sorry, Sherry, I don't mean to offend. The last thing I'd ever want to do on this show is offend someone, you know. You know how upset they get, don't they? Bless them. And we've also got some other pictures to show you this morning, sent in by Stu Art. And thanks very much for these, Stu. These are beautiful. Beautiful pictures. And Stu wrote yesterday, good morning, Chris. I thought it was time to share a couple of pictures of my new home city of Koblenz over in Germany. I went for a walk to drink in the autumn. Sorry, I went for a walk to drink in the autumn colours and took several photographs. Feel free to show them in your worldwide famous show with millions and billions of viewers all over the world. So thank you very much to Stuart for sending in these delight. Look at that. Isn't that lovely? And this is a place called Koblenz. Koblenz. Isn't that lovely? We do like I love scenery. I love scenic pictures. Look at that, just calm water there. Yeah, it's lovely. Really beautiful pictures. Thank you very much, Stuart. We like something calming like that, don't we? Eh? We really... Perhaps I should show more pictures like that. Oh, sorry. Where are we? Perhaps we should show more pictures like that during the show in the morning to calm you down from the excitement that I bring you every morning with no license fee required or anything like that. Isn't that wonderful? I should be a registered charity, really, I think. Yeah. Register number 556243. Does that do it for you? Perhaps not. Anyway, back to this biscuit story. It says, does your household love digestives in the sun this morning? Not only does the popular biscuit taste incredible, but did you know the digestive biscuit could stop you from farting too? Well, I think I need to give some to both great nephews Harry and great niece Evie, and also great niece Emily, because I was having a FaceTime with my niece earlier today, or a WhatsApp phone call, just before the show came. I had to rush from the room. I wasn't keeping an eye on the time to talk to you this morning. And great niece Emily finds it very funny to sit on someone's head and fart. And Evie does it too. And Harry. Harry does really smelly ones. It's awful. Well, I think I'm going to have to buy them all packets of digestive biscuits. Because it says, a new book, The Biscuit, The History of a Very British Indulgence by Lizzie Collingham, reveals the bonkers fact as it unpacks the nation's favourite snack. Digestive can stop you farting. I quite like to do it, don't you? Do you like it? On my own, usually, you know. I like to do really deep ones from deep inside me. They come up here, they start here, and you can feel it moving, can't you? The air. You can feel that, and it kind of moves. Oh, ooh, ow, ooh, ooh, and it gets down there, and it goes to there, like that. Isn't that a very pleasurable experience, don't you find? Farting? Getting rid of that unwanted trapped air. So much better than taking one of those non-flaturance pills. What's that? Is it lavender pills or something like that? I can't remember what they are. Little capsules. According to the book released today, digestives were invented by McVitie's to help reduce flatulence and disordered stomachs or windy colic. Well, we're learning this today. I bet none of you knew this because I didn't. No doubt there'd be some clever clogs now who makes a little announcement in the chat box. Ow, I knew that already. Dr. Michael Holton, postdoctoral researcher for food sciences and nutrition. I bet he thinks he's really important, and with a title like that, they love these titles, people, don't they? I've got a title myself. Chris Reardon, international celebrity, award-winning DJ, landlord, global broadcaster, environmental conservationist, pilot, and your fairy godmother. That's my small title. Usually, if I write a letter, that's the first page is my title, and then the letter continues on to another page. But I don't class myself as important, not really. I'm not an important person, not like a nurse or a doctor. Some people think they're important, don't they? You see them in the chat box sometimes, full of self-importance. I'm not an important person at all. Not really. They do contain, it says, small amounts of fibre, which aids digestion. But to follow recommendations to increase our intake of dietary fibre, there are definitely better sources. It says whole grain cereals also contains a compound called ferulic acid, which we have shown recently in our lab to exert small but beneficial effects against diabetes and cardiovascular disease. You don't want either of those two. If you've got either of those two, I feel for you. And I mean that as a caring person. I'm a very caring person. Unfortunately, the sugar and the fat outweigh any benefit that might come from any whole grain that goes into the biscuits. If digestives do aid flatulence, this is good news, particularly given British biscuit lovers have recently named the humble chocolate digestive. They have recently named the humble chocolate digestive their favourite, beating American imports Oreos and Maryland cookies. They try so hard, those Americans, don't they? It's even got to the point now that they've got two of our royals over there. They want what we have and they haven't got it. Oh. I'm sorry, American friends. We love you very much, but you can't have what we've got. You try so hard. Little old companies over there buy up our British companies and then they try and do the same thing and it doesn't work, does it? Doesn't work. What have you done with Cadbury's, dears? You changed the bloody shape of the chocolate. Why? Not the same. Can we please have square chocolate back, please, with jagged corners, sharp corners that melt in your mouth? But no, you put it in a little cellophane thing now and you've rounded off the corners. Why? Why did you do that? Are you really that stupid? You can't have what we've got, dear. So then you go out and look for a pair of royals and you choose Harry and Meghan. Are you for real? You should have gone for William, dear. It's not going to get you anywhere. Maryland cookies. Are you going to try and buy McVitie's now? I bet you will. You'll try and buy McVitie's now that they're like the top biscuits here in the UK. And then you'll buy that and then you'll close the factory here, start making it somewhere else. And you'll muck that up too. Leave it alone. We don't like change. Go away. I love you very much, but stop buying our companies and trying to make them your own. It goes on. The Dunkable Digestive came out in a top poll of 2,000 people who were asked to list their top 10 favourite biscuits. A whopping 69% said the chocolate digestive, is your mouth watering it? Was their favourite. Shortbread, oh yes. Scottish shortbread. Don't you like that? All butter shortbread. You know those little soldier type ones like that? From Scotland. We love Scotland. Is anyone moving around in Scotland now? Or is it all total lockdown? That little lady, Nicola Sturgeon, she's quite lucky during lockdowns because she can move around and no one can see her because she's so small. She runs around like a little beetle, scurrying around from place to place. Anyone seen Nicola Sturgeon? Hello, I'm here. Nicola, hello. Oh, there you are. Hello, Nicola. There she is again. Fortunately, she's got a really loud voice, so that no one if she sees a foot coming toward her to stamp on her, you know, because she's so small, she just she makes that screeching noise that she does at the you know, the little programs that she does to tell us what's the latest going on with the virus in Scotland. Do you know, I've got a sneaking suspicion that the virus is actually bigger than Nicola Sturgeon. Okay, Badoo! Come to Scotland! When are we having an independence vote? She's still going on about that. On and on and on. The Jaffa cake, shortbread came in at second place. Shortbread from Scotland. Excellent Scottish people. We love your shortbread. Love it. Please send as much as possible. 3 tankers full of it. Chocolate fingers were in third place after the shortbread. While and again with the shortbread, that's another one. Now they look very substantial, heavy biscuits, shortbread, and yet you can still get through an entire packet, can't you? Is that strange? And right at the beginning, I mean, does it work to replace a meal with just biscuits? Can we do that? Because I think this is where we go wrong. We have the meal and then 2 hours later we have the biscuits. What if we just skipped the meal completely and went for the biscuits? That kind of makes sense to me. Then you're knocking out a meal. All right, you might not be having the meal, a proper meal, and you're having biscuits, not as good as having all vegetables and all that. But that's got to be better than having the meal and the biscuits. So if you really can't cope, I've got anxiety, I can't cope. If you can't cope, just have the biscuits and be done with it. That's got to be better, isn't it? It says that chocolate fingers were in third place, while the controversial Jaffa cake. Oh, who was it I was showing Jaffa cakes to? I think it was great nephew Harry. I think it was him. I said, look at these biscuits. Oh, and I had them on my computer screen because it was this story I think I was looking at ready for the show. A couple of nights ago, this is. And he went on the phone and opened, you know, you open the picture. What's that called? You extend the picture by going like that. And he's like, oh, Jaffa cakes. He likes Jaffa cakes. Great nephew Harry. Might have to turn up with some tomorrow at the children's party, Halloween party. Jelly and ice cream and biscuits and cakes. My sister would be there in the corner. You ain't having none of those, bruv, she'd go. What about diabetes? I would be judged by my own sister. Can you believe that? Like I would sit there and judge anyone. The Jaffa cake is, as its name suggests, technically a cake and not a biscuit. It's a cake. It's a cake. And the sweet treats, British people scoff their way through 11 biscuits a week. That's not you, is it? No, not 11 probably 11 packets. Oh, Chris Woodhouse, I bet he stuffs his face with biscuits, don't you, Chris? DJ Chris. But it says here, British people scoff their way through 11 biscuits a week on average. Don't think so. The study by Perspectus Global found. Who are they? Just someone who wants to get their name in the paper, I suppose. And the sweet treats have apparently helped British people get through coronavirus lockdown too. According to the market research firm Kantar, we spent an extra £19 million on biscuits in the 3 months leading up to July the 12th. So here's your top 20 biscuits. Chocolate Digestive, people who voted for them, they asked 2,000 people. Chocolate Digestives, 69% of people voted for those. Second were the shortbread ones. I assume it means Scottish shortbread because that's what one of the many, many, many wonderful things Scotland is known for. That got 61%. Chocolate fingers, 58%. Jaffa cakes, 56%. Chocolate hobnobs, 55%. Custard creams. How do you eat your custard cream? Do you take the top off and lick it? Is that what you do? Or do you bite the whole thing? I bite the whole thing. And in order, Jammy Dodgers, Maryland cookies, Bourbons. No, don't like those. Crunch creams. plain digestives, bit boring. Viennese whirls. I haven't had one of those for ages. Very soft pastry, that is, it? Viennette whirls, very light. Rich tea biscuits. Ginger nuts, way down the list, number 14. I like ginger nut biscuits. Got to be strong. Not just a little taste of ginger. Got to burn your mouth as you bite into the ginger. Not ginger people. Don't start eating ginger people. They have a bad enough time, the fact that they are already ginger. Don't start eating ginger people, for Christ's sake. Oreos, hobnobs then. Then Oreos, way down the list. I don't like Oreos. Don't like them. Oreos, malted milk, Nice biscuits. Remember those? Fig rolls. Oh, bleh. Oh no. My mum used to love those fig rolls. Biscuits. She loved them. And something called Garibaldi, which I don't know what that is. I don't know what Garibaldi is, really. So there we are. Biscuits for everyone, boys and girls. We do like a biscuit or two, don't we? Okay. Let's have a look there. Chris says, I do not eat a lot of biscuits, as you well know. Have to watch the weight, dear. Well, watch it a bit more carefully then, Chris. Have to watch the weight. When did you start doing that? Today? Watching the weight? Make me laugh. Like some of these people who say, they ring you up. Oh, I'm going to go to the gym now, and you meet them, and you're like, well, when did you start going? Today? Dear me. Morning to the delightful Shania. Good morning, Shania. I'm being broadcast today on Shania's new TV and soundbar. She got it for her birthday, looking very professional. Thank you, Shania. I do my best. This is not an amateur setup like some of the other YouTubers who will remain nameless. Turning up in blooming old T-shirts and comfortable jumpers. What's all that about? Got to put a bit of effort into it, dear. Effort! So that I look good on Shania's television. Yeah, that's why. You've got a new soundbar. Oh, I better. Do you want me to test some music out on your soundbar, Shania? What shall we have? Let's have a little bit of music for Shania's soundbar. Have we got something? Oh, we've got the end tune. How does this sound on your soundbar, Shania? I need a group of lads doing a dance routine for that. Absolutely. I've got to get that at some point. I'll just go and select some lads while I'm walking around. Excuse me, so I could message some of those people that are on the TikTok. There's a group on there, the TikTok Chavs. That's who I'd like to do it. There's 4 of them. It might not be enough. I think we'd need at least eight lads doing some sort of routine. I hope I won't come across as being a bit of a perv, playing something like that at the end, you know. Who's the old queen with the young lads? Thank you, Shania, for your kind and very agreeable comments, if you don't mind me saying so. Good morning to Sherry DMP. My brother and his family live in Vegas. They are there in Vegas. How wonderful. Sherry, I've been to the Catholic... it's not a cathedral. What do they call it? A shrine. I've been to... you must have been there, Sherry. The shrine in Vegas. It's lovely, isn't it? It's very open and bright. I went there for Sunday Mass when I was with my nephew a couple of years ago. What a beautiful place that is. It's very big, isn't it? The shrine. Is it a... now, who is the shrine? Is it a shrine to Our Lady? Oh, excuse me, I've got hiccups. The shrine to Our Lady, is it? Hang on, let me have a look. Vegas Catholic Shrine. One moment, please. That's the one. The Shrine of the Most Holy Redeemer. I think that's the one. One moment, please. Let me just select the website and have a quick look for you. Is that the one? Why aren't there no pictures? Location, upcoming events. Nope. The Shrine.org. Is that it? No. I'll know it as soon as I say. That's the one. Yes, it's the Shrine of the Most Holy Redeemer in Vegas. What a beautiful place that is, isn't it, eh? You know, stunning. They've spent some money making that, haven't they? And so they should. So they should. Thank you, Shania. Her soundbar is sounding fantastic. I'm very pleased to hear that, Shania. I'm very pleased to hear that. Good morning to Jeff Burley. Morning, Jeff. Nice to see you this morning. Morning to you, Jeff. And I think I've read out already Paul from Cornwall. Good. Don't forget, you can text the show, boys and girls. I don't pop into the chat box till right at the end when we do the raffle tickets. 07551 259 675 is my text-in number. Or you can email any messages to do with the show there. Chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk, especially if you're a silent viewer, so you don't have to go in the chat box at all anymore. Just jump straight over there and you can get to me. All right? Marks and Spencer's fans, we got a few of those around, have we? Yes. You like it, don't you? It's ages since I went in Marks and Spencer's. I just go in the food place, really now. But it's not my sort of cup of tea. The clothing range is in there. And there's a particular type of crisps that I like in there. Honey roast crisps that Marks and Spencer's is the only place you can get them. You can't get them in the Marks and Spencer's garages, unfortunately. You've got to go to one of the stores. I haven't been in one for months now. I haven't been in any shops other than Aldi, really, for months. But one of the things we know, Marks and Spencer's and another couple of stores, the John Lewis one, the Christmas ad. The John Lewis Christmas ad is always to die for, isn't it? Eh? And at this very moment, I think they're filming that at the moment. Or putting it together. Costs them millions, that ad. Millions. And we look forward to it every year. And indeed the Marks and Spencer's one as well. They've done some blooming good ads. It's John Lewis, Marks and Spencer's, Sainsbury's have done a couple of really good ones, and Aldi with the carrot. I wonder if Kevin the Carrot will be back this year. Kevin the Carrot! They bring out a Kevin the Carrot soft toy just around when the advert comes out. But if you want one, you've got to get down the store really quickly because they sell out like hotcakes or like hot carrots. They really do. But in the Daily Mail this morning, bad news if you like Marks and Spencer's. Christmas adverts will be scaled back this year as firms feeling the strain of the pandemic are projected to slash marketing budgets by £725 million. The annual blitz of festive promotions is set to be more muted as hard-hit retailers cut costs and brace for a slump in sales. Marks and Spencer's, here it comes. Marks and Spencer's has already scrapped its Christmas clothing adverts and have instead turned to online influencers to showcase their products. Now, what's an online influencer? It's someone with hundreds and thousands of viewers. This channel would not be classed as an influencer channel, I'm afraid. Generally young, pretty people. And companies go to them and say, look, I've got this product. Will you demonstrate it or show it to people? Mention it and we'll pay you X amount of pounds to do that. My brother-in-law is classed as an influencer. He recently done a shower head. He showed you that. Right? And other bits and pieces. You could class him, I think, as an influencer. Although nowhere near as big as some of these young people who do that. Tend to be very pretty young girls and they sell stuff, basically. You might see, I don't know, a girl demonstrating this pair of glasses and they'd put it on and do the lips and all this business. And you can get these glasses 4 for £10 or off Amazon, and then everyone goes and buys them. That's how companies are starting to advertise some things like that, you see. It says advertising spend in the fourth so-called golden quarter, the one up to Christmas, is expected to sag by 10.5% to £6.2 billion. Still a lot of money, isn't it? Looming lockdowns to tackle a resurgent virus have been blamed for the fall in advertising spend. So I don't think we're going to get the big Marks and Spencer's clothing advert this year. Really? Cinema advertising is forecast to suffer the biggest slump of 66% as the movie industry remains especially bruised by restrictions which closed cinemas and saw filming halted. Radio advert spending will drop by 13%. Direct mail 12%. There's those annoying bits of paper you get through the post and put straight in the bin without even reading them. Direct mail 12% and TV 2%, the AA predicts. That's the Advertising Authority. The analysts reveal, and then it goes into loads of figures and things like that. But basically, M&S traditional Christmas TV ads will concentrate solely on food this year, instead with the first to appear in the coming weeks. So you won't have the M&S cloves one. You remember the jumpers one last year? Go for jumpers it was, do you remember? And all those wonderful people had pretty jumpers and things like that we were trying to sell in the Marks and Spencers. It was good. Morning to Mick Davenport this morning. Off on our holidays again today. Lovely. Dawlish. Oh, God. Dawlish, yeah, I've been there. Morning to Maureen. Good morning, Maureen. Dawlish, what was I, 14, 15? 13, 14 or 15, Dawlish. And we stayed at this little, we called it the Shack. It was the weirdest little place. I don't remember any windows. It was kind of cut into a rock, this place, from what I remember. I'll have to have a word with my sister to see if she remembers it at all. But, yeah, we called it the Shack. That's a funny little place it was. We had some wonderful walks in Dawlish. Have a lovely time down there, okay? All right. Have you ever found a secret room in your house? How exciting would that be? You're going around your house. Oh, maybe you strip some wallpaper off and there's a door or a piece of wood with screws in it. You undo that and behind it is a secret room. Wouldn't that be exciting? A woman has been left people shaking with fear after discovering a secret room in her house just a few months after moving in, it says in the Daily Mirror. The creepy room was discovered while the woman was cleaning out a cabinet and noticed that it could be moved. How exciting. In a video which has been viewed many millions of times, we bought this house a few months ago and we've been slowly cleaning out different cabinets and closets. I was working on this one, and as you can see, the old lady that lived here had saved everything. But I noticed that this had moved and that this cupboard moved, and looking into it, I can see there's a space behind it. So my kids said I should tape it while moving it and see what's in the back. It's like a Halloween story, isn't it? When she finally gains entry into the room, people were left very creeped out. A little bit like the people watching this programme, I think. In another video, the woman can be heard saying, "There's no one home right now, so I don't think this is such a good idea, but I'm dying to see what's back here." Very scary. The cramped space is filled with trinkets, including coins, artwork, and dollies. It's the numerous dolls that left people scared, with many describing them as terrifying. One person wrote, "I get really vibes about this." Another warned, "The doll in red is alive." And someone said, "This is so creepy, I'm literally shaking with fear." I'm now going to shake with fear for you live on this programme. That wasn't me having a stroke. I was shaking with fear. There's a difference, you know. Shaking with fear, stroke. That's not really funny. I know someone who's had a stroke. Oh, Christ, get the sense of humour, will you? Shaking with fear, stroke, heart attack, lung disease. I can do them all, dear. One freaked out viewer asked, "Anyone else notice the baby's head is facing different than in the last video? And its eyes are looking at her by the end when they weren't at the start." Oh, well. Do you want to see a picture of the scary dolls? Scary. Sorry, this might be very scary for you tonight on your brand new television set. What she got for her birthday. Your dad must have had a rise, dear. One moment, please. Trying to connect. Please hold. It is quite a scary doll, isn't it? There you go. Now, that's the sort of doll. My sister had dolls like this. I used to push their eyes in. Because I was a horrible person. There you go, look. Evil. Evil doll. Look at those eyes. Evil. I would have to push those eyes into its head so I couldn't see them anymore. How exciting. You imagine finding a little... I'd have to go in and find out what was going on, wouldn't you? And see what's in the back of that little house there. 07551 is my text-in number, or you can email chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. Thanks so much to Danny Woodhouse, who's just emailed in. Chris, your idea of title dancers is a bit similar to this clip. Oh, I'll have to have a look at that, Danny. Thank you very much. I can't show a clip up there from someone else because that would be possible copyright issues there, okay? But, of course, if you've got anything you want to send in, pictures, anything like that, which I'll include on the next show, just send them to that email address there. Little films, perhaps. If you've got a little film there, you could send that through. Same address there. Don't send a YouTube clip, though, because I can't take that down. It just takes ages to do it, to take it down and then put it on. So if you've got anything like that, you know, films 30 seconds long or whatever, send them over on that email address there along with your pictures, okay? The latest exciting, enthralling Netflix series. There's a couple of things coming up on Netflix. I'm sure you can't wait to see this dreary couple and their pathetic lives and the whole family. It just goes on and on and on. Uninteresting stuff. Here it is in the Sun this morning. David Beckham. Oh, hello. My name's David Beckham and I just do everything that Vicky tells me to do. David Beckham will share never been seen before home movies in a £16 million Netflix documentary about his life. I mean, how unexciting is that? He will feature in intimate camcorder footage from family birthdays, Christmases and other celebrations. Celebration time, come on. Ba 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 ba. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's a very good footballer. But why do we have to be, I mean, on Netflix? £16 million. His rise to fame will also be documented through personal photographs and recollections from friends, families and teammates. Wife Victoria, 46, will feature prominently, oh, that's funny, isn't it, in the Fly on the Wall programme, and a couple's love story, Where Does Love Begin?, will be charted from their early times of courting to the present day. Last night, a source said, this is a real coup for Netflix. Oh, really? Do you think so? And will show a completely different side to David, one the public very rarely get to see. David's family are all massive archivists. They save everything. They've been proudly documenting his career since he was a boy and have kept all the old local newspaper cuttings, school records and team photos throughout the years. Can't we just have stories on there, like fantasy stories, interesting stuff from David Attenborough about wildlife, scenery things? I mean, the life of David and Victoria Beckham. I can't think of anything more boring on the telly other than another documentary about Gemma Collins. These are just celebrities. You know, it's all it is. Why is it interesting? Why do people want to turn something on and just watch people talking about themselves? Why are you watching this? I wouldn't be. I don't get it. Am I missing something? Is there something missing from my life that should make me want to watch celebrities? Are there delights of Gemma Collins that I have not yet discovered, I wonder? Oh, my name's Gemma Collins. They call me the DC, and I'm an effing star. You see, I just don't see how that appeals to me, or, other people are like, hey, Janet Sleepwater on Loose Women. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Loose Women today. And her. And that Denise Welsh. I've got anxiety today. Oh, I just wanted to share with you my depression today. All these people, it just doesn't do it for me at all. Please, will someone dig up the cast members of Dad's Army, inject them with something that can bring us back to life, and put them back on the telly to entertain us? Not these celebrities. These people will never be stars. They are celebrities. Ryland Clark is a celebrity. The entire... Who's that one who keeps having her face done? From The Only Way is Essex. What's her name? The one with a big fat ass. She's even had that done. It's just hideous, boring television. Isn't it? Paul Adamson, good morning, Paul. Can you please take... What's that? The strap bar off. It's blinding me. I'll put it back on now. Thank you, just so it's upsetting you. There you go. I've put that back on there. Just to upset you. Have you sent in any emails yet, Paul? That's why it's still up there, my love. Send me an email and I might put it up. I might take it off. Huh? Do you like theme parks? Very pleased to bring this piece of news to you. Not quite exclusively on this show, because it has been in a Daily Star as well. There's a new £40 million surf park set to open in the UK. How fantastic is this? A brand new world-class surfing park is set to be built in the UK. Sorry, can I just start? Shania is going to be, I think, make her up actually, to head of picture composition. Is that okay for you at the bottom of there, Shania? That little yellow email thing there. Is that okay for you, my love? How's it look to you? Do let us know, Shania. A brand new world-class... You see, moaning, dear. Paul, you've broken the rule, darling. You've upset me this morning. You've been someone who moans. Not only that, you've used the text message system to moan. That's the whole idea of coming out the chat box. I got fed up with the moaning. And you've used the text to moan, Paul. A brand new world-class surfing park is set to be built in the UK. The sea around Britain isn't best known for its surfing suitability, but we'll now be able to hang 10 with the best of them. We're all going to go surfing, everyone. Me, John Parrish, Jason Hughes, we'll be there in our little Speedos, ready to ride the boards. These little blonde things from Australia running around with their long blonde curly locks. Nothing to us. We will sail around them with ease. It's £40 million, this thing, at development built on the Merseyside coast, about an hour away from Manchester. Sefton Council are collaborating with Go Surf to create the Southport Cove Resort. It's thought the attraction could bring £20 million into the local economy, and around 150,000 visitors will make use of the park every year. What a great thing that is. It's not really my thing, to be honest, surfing. But a water park, yeah, I could do a water park, a bit of swimming and all that. It'll create 120 jobs. Constructed on the Southport seafront, the resort will include a 250-metre long beach, a boardwalk and planted gardens. There will also be a wellness and spa facility, 4-star accommodation, restaurants, cafes and leisure areas. The world-class wave pool is at the heart of plans. Using high-level tech, the pool will simulate waves which can tower up to 2 metres high. Beginners can practice with smaller waves while the professionals go all out. Isn't that great? What a fantastic thing. It's not far from Manchester, so those of you up north, but in Coronation Street land. Ba, 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 ba. But that one. Not far from you, only an hour away. That's okay, isn't it, eh? Now, I've just got to go and have my pills. I've left my pills out in the other room. Paul says, did I not say please? Shania says, looks perfect to me. Something wrong with your cheap television, Paul. That's why. You got cheap old television. Spend some of that money, dear. Spend some of your money, love. You get a cheap telly, get a crap picture. Not like Shania. 5-star television she's got, my darling, now. Fantastic. All right. If you just excuse me a moment, gang, and I'll just go to the... actually, I'll have a wee at the same time as well. And I shall leave you with a little music in our 2-minute break while I go and get my water and my pills and my wee. Thank you so much. Here's a clock. Oh, I couldn't find them for a moment then, dear. I like that music, don't you? I do like that music. Wonderful piece of music. Anyway, I've had my pills now. So we're back. I've only got another 3 stories and then we'll do today's raffle tickets, okay? We need one of these. We need one of these. In the sun this morning, a car that turns into a plane in just 3 minutes could be going on sale in the next 6 months. How fantastic. A flying car. Just think how quickly I would be able to come. I'd be able to come and personally deliver your prizes in a little plane. How fantastic is that? I love it. The impressive vehicle is called the Air Car V5 and was created by a Slovakian professor who has worked on the concept for 30 years. That's how long it takes to bring these things to you. Look at this show. I rehearsed this 4 times yesterday just to bring it to you today. Did we get any appreciation? No, nothing. Klein is hoping he can sell his flying cars to wealthy individuals and claims to already have a buyer. He says following the completion of all required test flights in compliance with EASA regulations, we will deliver a model with a certified ADEP 300 HP engine. Anyone know what that is? I don't know what that is. Within the next 6 months. Flying cars are coming. What you going to do now, Mr. Sadiq Khan in London? Flying cars, you're going to charge them as they fly across, are you, my love? Little Sadiq Khan, bless his heart, not a clue what he's doing, is he? Bless him. But his heart's in the right place. You've got to say that. You've got to say that with these people. All these people. Jeremy Corbyn, his heart was in the right place. Here, has anyone got a job for him? He's a little bit bored at the moment, sitting at home. Isn't he? He added, the good news is we already have a buyer. Klein's company is called Klein Vision, and its vehicles look a lot more like cars than other, more drone-like offerings. The flying car is powered by a BMW 1.6-litre engine and can travel at 125 miles per hour. Whoosh! So it's 140 miles up here, so I could get from Berkshire to here in about an hour and a quarter. How blooming marvellous. Come fly with me, let's fly away. I love it. With Aircar, you will arrive at your destination without the hassle of having to get a ride to an airport and passing through commercial security. You can drive your Aircar to the golf course, the office, the mall or your hotel and park it in normal place. It drives along and then takes off. And then drives back to wherever you want to park it. You won't need an expensive aircraft hangar. British Airways should have got these years ago. Oh, no more jumbos. They're all gone. In other news, new driverless trucks could be ferrying goods on our motorways by next year. Not 10 years' time. Next year, we could have driverless trucks on the road. Then we've got a robot bricklayer. I've seen these on that BBC Science Click. Well, that very annoying Spencer Kelly. Hello and welcome to Click this morning. Smile, smile, smile. Something not right about that bloke. Not keen. I like the blonde girl. She's all right. Don't know what. Kate? Is it Kate someone? A robot brickie, which I've seen on that programme, can build a home from scratch. Robot company. Of course, they work all day and all night until the house is completed. Very clever. And a deadly drone that can fly inside buildings and take out enemies with a mounted shotgun has been developed by the UK military. We need one of those. I need one of those in this house now. A little drone sitting there waiting like a spider in a web. Spiders are coming tonight. Spiders are coming because it's Halloween. Yes, spiders are coming, boys and girls. Are you scared? Spiders are coming. A little deadly drone. Someone comes into your house and it just automatically takes off and shoots them dead. I want one of those. Presumably there would be another robot to come along and then remove the bodies so that your house is... and another little robot to clean it all up so that your house is nice and clean when you come back and the burglar is not there. I love it. I think that's an excellent idea. I really think that's an excellent idea. We've done this. Dear Mick, I don't think you're paying full attention at the moment. We did Holby City yesterday, and we did the news on the house earlier in today's show. Are you even watching today, dear? Are you watching? Very disappointing. You're looking like some of the other viewers now who mention everything that we've done already. The Crown Series 4 is on the way soon. I love The Crown. I think it's brilliant. But we've got that excellent actress Gillian Towforth in it this time, playing the great, and some of you won't like this, Margaret Thatcher. We bow down in her holy name. Stop looking at that. Margaret Thatcher. She's playing Margaret Thatcher. The Crown has released its latest trailer in the Daily Mail today for Series 4, offering fans their first chance to hear Emma Corrin's recreation of Princess Diana's iconic voice. Do you think I've got an iconic voice? Is my voice iconic? The preview shows the young royal pleading to be loved by the royal family after marrying into the firm at a young age as Prince Charles felt increasing pressure to wed and secure his future on the throne. Excuse me. Gillian Anderson also offers her version of Margaret Thatcher's Iron Lady. as she plays a dangerous game by clashing with Olivia Colman's portrayal of the Queen after being elected as Prime Minister, vowing she doesn't mind making enemies as she divides the nation with her parliamentary views. Preparing herself for the meeting, the politician says, "I think we've had enough respect for one another personally to ask ourselves one of the bigger questions, woman to woman. We are the same age after all, just 6 months between us." A somewhat rattled Queen Elizabeth says, "Really? And who is the senior?" To which Thatcher responds briskly, "I am, ma'am." I thought she was blooming brilliant, Margaret Thatcher. They didn't like her in the North. Despite the clear progression in Thatcher's elections, given she was the first female Prime Minister in British history, it seems that not all of the royal family are convinced, as Prince Philip tells his wife, "2 women running the shop, that's the last thing this country needs." Why is that then, Philip? Somewhat defending Thatcher, the Queen responds, "Perhaps that's exactly what this country needs." So we're all looking forward to that. The Crown on Netflix, Sunday, November the 15th. That one, my darlings, okay? One more story. Hello to James McAllister. Morning, James. Am I on a great big telly? Oh, I've got to show you this. James has just sent in a... He's upset by one of my remarks. I wonder what one that was. Oh, sorry. I'm holding this up with the computer. Look. That's a very big telly you've got me on there this morning. Is that wise? What a great picture. Oh, I'm going to have to... Can I use that one? I'm going to have to use that as one of my Facebook pictures, James. I love it. I love it, James. He was upset by the cheap TV remark. Oh, I see what it is. What TV is that? Oh, my Christ, that's so cheap. It hasn't even got a label on it. Where did you get that from? Blimey, is that one of like Tesco's own brand? Well, it's got a little camera at the top there, have you? Is that one of those games things that detects where you're moving? Very clever. I had a Wii once, or, you know, a Wii thing. Didn't use it, did I? Never used it. Never mind. 07551 259 675. Okay. Or you can use the email. Let's just put this back up for Paul Adamson. chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk is my email address if you want to send anything in, all right, while the show's on. One more story, then we'll do the raffle tickets. Reindeer. I don't know if they're friendly or not, reindeer in the wild. Would they be friendly? I don't know. Well, it's very sad, really. This is sort of echoes of stories of people feeding chocolate to dogs and stuff like that. Very dangerous. It's poison to dogs, chocolate. You must never give them chocolate. Similar things happened with a reindeer here. In the Daily Star this morning, a reindeer belonged to one of the UK's largest Christmas tree growers and supplier has died after it was fed sweets and bread by visitors. You can't give animals the same stuff as we have. Well, it's bad enough for us. Forget the animals, you know, it's just... Robert Morgan has opened up about losing 2-year-old Buddy the reindeer, who he reared after the animal had been orphaned. He's the owner of Swans's Fresh Christmas Trees and told Wows Online his beloved pet died after a visitor to Poundfloud... How do you say that? Poundfold Farm in Three Crosses, where his reindeer herds are located, had fed Buddy food that didn't work with his specialist diet. The animal died, probably in great pain, a short time later, and Mr. Morgan said his family were devastated that the reindeer, who was such a joy to be around, had passed away. Oh, there's a picture of him and his little boy and the reindeer. Oh, that's just so sad. Just, you know, I don't suppose for one moment the person who fed them the sweets really understood what can happen. There's the reindeer there. Look, look how little it is. Look how happy they look with that reindeer. And look how the reindeer, well, it looks like it's trying to escape, actually. It's a little bit like force stroking a cat. Have you ever done that? My mate was doing it last night. I was having a FaceTime with him. This cat clearly looked like it didn't want to be on his lap. Mr. Morgan has since written a tribute to Buddy and said that his death serves as a reminder to visitors to read the signs and listen to advice given. He said, sadly, we lost Buddy at the weekend as he passed away Sunday morning. That's just sad, isn't it? That's really sad, that. So, you know, you mustn't give wild animals and, well, not just wild animals, our pets as well. You can't give them the same stuff as we have. It's very, very dangerous to them. Very dangerous. All right. Just a second, darling. Paul. Where's Paul there? Oh, is that from you, Paul? I'm sorry. What's your email then? James McAllister, it says there. James McAllister's TV. But you're saying it's an LG OLED 65-inch on top of a Facebook portal. Oh, is that what that thing is I was looking at? An LG thing, is it? Oh, well, from the email, I understood that it was a cheap TV. He was upset by the cheap TV remark, and then there's a picture of a cheap TV? No? That's how that read to me. Is that wrong, then? I must say, whatever TV that is, whether it's cheap or expensive, you say it's an LG OLED 65, a Facebook portal. Oh, that's that camera thing, isn't it? They were well over. Are they still the same price? I thought they were well overpriced, those Facebook camera things. I am larger than life, am I, Paul? Are you making a comment about my weight? All right. Let's do today's raffle tickets, my darlings. Okay. Jeff Burley, number 36. Thank you, Jeff. Maureen is number 37. Who wants a raffle ticket? This is for the fridge magnets. And the draw for that will be Monday. Or it might not be Monday morning. Okay? Because I've got a boiler man coming Monday to fix... Well, not fix... To service my boiler down at the house. Okay? So it might not... No, he's coming Tuesday. I beg your pardon. Yes, it'll be Monday morning. So Monday morning will be the one. Let me see if anyone else has asked for tickets. No, we've done those ones. Excellent. We've done those ones. Maureen is number 37. Thank you, Maureen. Yeah, the raffle for the fridge magnet will be on Monday as usual. Morning, John Aitken, number 38. Just a minute. There we are. John Aitken, number 38. Michael Pullman, number 39. Mick Davenport, number 40. Diane Jebb, number 41. Jason Hughes, number 42. Fran, number 43. Getting an itchy nose again. James Humble doesn't want a ticket. Thank you, James, for letting me know. Thank you, James. Tony King, number 44. Ross Herndon, number 45. Rachel, number 46. She's getting very excited, aren't you, Rachel, my love? Huh? Is that everyone? Okay. If I've missed anyone out from the raffle tickets, please speak now, my darlings. Okay, any raffle tickets? There we are. Andy V. 47, Andy. Andy V, number 47. Anyone been missed out? Please speak now, and I shall correct the raffle ticket missings, so to speak. Meanwhile, let's do today's birthdays. Happy birthday on this. Oh, I'm going to have to find them now because we've got the new Facebook on here. What didn't look like this yesterday. Oh, God, where are they gone? They used to be in the top right-hand corner. Oh, there it is. Moved down slightly. Okay. Happy birthday on this Friday, the 30th of October, 2020 to John Hornibrook. Morning, John. 42 years old today. Happy birthday, John. Rosalind Ross. Now, Rosalind wrote, she does poetry and wrote the words to that song I played you. You remember that one months ago? Wonderful song. 62 today. Happy birthday, Rosalind. All right, my love. Hello. Matt Frederick, who I worked with at a place in London some years ago now. It's his birthday. Good morning, Matt from Germany. Morning, Matt. Mathew Trixie Lee, 33 years old. Morning, Mathew. I assume you've got no work at the moment like the rest of us. Happy birthday. Courtney Jewett Mills, morning. Happy birthday. Mark Bertram today is 54 years old. And Rebecca Amanda Mason Shaw, it's her birthday as well. So on this Friday, the 30th of October, 2020, happy birthday to all and each and every one of you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Twice, coronavirus. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. We've got another little raffle ticket to get out to Denise Andrews. Morning, Denise. Oh, wrong camera. Morning, Denise. Ticket number 48 for young Denise. All right, my love. Okay, gang, some of you leave us at this point. So thank you very much if you're leaving us at this point. Might be back tonight with a chat box show because I might not be doing anything tonight. So we might have a little chat box show tonight. So keep an eye out for that if you want to join us. If not, thank you very much for watching and I'll see you again tomorrow morning at 8:45, okay? It's our daily game of bingo coming up right now, gang. Are you ready? Have you got your tickets ready? Tickets ready? Here comes the bingo board and we're playing today's game Friday the 30th of October 2020. Friday the 30th of October 2020. Okay. Oh, James. Thank you, James. That was a picture of Paula Adamson. It's an LG OLED TV, a Facebook portal camera. Paul uses it to talk to his family. So thank you, James. Sorry, I get confused there with what's coming in there. Thank you, Paul. That is a very good quality picture. I'm surprised I'm sending out such a good quality picture for your lovely televisions. I think we need to make a restriction here that people can only watch on modern televisions. Please, if you've not spent at least £1,500 on a television, please switch off immediately. I will not be shown on a second-rate television. Go and order a new one immediately, please, if you don't mind. Are you ready for our bingo? Here we go, darlings. One little duck. Number 2, quack, quack. 7 and 3, 73. 1 and 8, 18. 7 and 6, 76. Trombones, da 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 da. 5 and 1, 51. 7 and 2, 72. 3 and 8, 38. All on its own, little number 4. 3 and 1, 31. 7-0, blind 70. 1 and 3, unlucky for some, 13. 2 and 4, 24. 1 and 5, 15. 1 and 6, sweet 16. Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. Happy birthday, sweet 16. Oh, did I see Mandy wants a little whiplash? There you go, Mandy, darling. She hasn't heard her lash today. One moment. There you go. Mandy Davenport, head of Paid and Suffering on this channel. Denise Andrews, head of Quacks and Ducks. Fran Green, head of thumbs up and likes. Thank you, Fran. Next number, 3 and 6, 36. 1 and 7, 17. 4 and 2, 42. 6 and 1, 61. 2 and 5, 25. 5 and 9, the Brighton line. Woo, woo. There'll be a different backdrop up here tomorrow. All the 4s, 44. 6 and 5, 65. Rachel's got 2 ambulances sitting outside her house. Well, I know what they're for. They're bringing you in a couple of dead bodies, Rachel, for tonight, my love. Nothing better than having a few actual dead bodies dotted around the garden afterwards on a Halloween night, darling. You can just dump them tomorrow somewhere, my love. Get rid of them. 6 and 5, 65. Oh. Failure. Failure. Warning, failure. Oh. 5 and 6, 56. What went wrong there? I have no idea why that wouldn't work then. 80, blind 80. 8 and 2, 82. All on its own, little number 3. 6 and 2, 62. 1 click, number 6. 5 and 4, 54. All the 6s, clickety-click, 66. 8 and 7, 87. 2 and 1, 21. All the 7, 77. 6 and 4, 64. 5 and 2, 52. 4 and 6, 46. 3 and 4, 34. Top of the shop, blind 90. 3 and 5, 35. 2 little ducks. Oh yeah, quack quack 22. 1 and 4, 14. All on its own, number 7. 6 and 7, 67. 7 and 5, 75. 2 and 8, 28. 7 and 4, 74. 2 untalented Gemma Collins is 88. 1 and 2, 12. 5 and 3, 53. 4 and 7, 47. 4 and 9, 49. 6 0, blind 60. Ba, 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 da, ba. 2 and 9, 29. 2 and 6, 26. 8 and 9, 89. 3 and 2, 32. Are you keeping up, Shania? Chop chop, dear. Chop chop. 1 and 9, no, 19, 19, 19, no, 19. 3 and 7, 37. Oh, the Tourette's is starting early today, isn't it? Halloween! 8 and 6, 86. 4 and 8, 48. Boris's den, it's number 10. 4 0, blind 40. 4 and 3, 43. 6 and 3, 63. 8 and 1, 81. 8 and 4, 84. I want a coronavirus mask. I want a coronavirus mask, walk into a shop and sneeze. Just imagine the horror. That is the best Halloween ever, isn't it? Having a coronavirus mask and sneezing everywhere. That might even be better than having them dead bodies littering in your garden all over the place, Rachel. Perhaps you could select a few on here to take with you. Ooh. Alexa, how many days till Halloween? I like it. Just a moment. Alexa, Volume 7. Alexa, how many days to Halloween? I love it. I love it. I wonder if you can set that as an alarm. I could do that at my niece's house, at great nephew Harry's house today. Set that to come on at 2 a.m. One more day to Halloween. 8 and 4, 84. 3 and 9, 39. 4 and 1, 41. All the 5s, 55. Just a moment. I've got to do something. I've got to do something. Ringing for you, caller. One moment, please. Hello?
This is the Vodafone voicemail.
Just a moment. Oh, shut up moaning about your bingo. I'll start it again when I'm ready. Who is it?
What do you want?
You shut up. Please don't swear. You're live now to millions of people all over the world. Can you ask Alexa how many days to Halloween?
It's tomorrow.
No, ask Alexa, stop. No, ask Alexa, stop. No, ask her.
Alexa, how many days till Halloween?
Alexa, stop. Alexa, stop.
Oh, yes, that's not freaky at all, is it?
Isn't that fantastic, don't you think?
Not that freaky.
Oh. Oh, isn't it? Oh. Okay, bye.
Why did you ring us?
We're just live to millions of people all over the world, Evie. What are you doing, Evie? Would you like to sing us a song while you're there? It's probably more interesting than me talking.
I know a song that'll get on your nerves.
Pardon?
I know a song that'll get on your nerves. Get on your nerves.
No, I don't know that one.
Oh, it's made up.
How far is Stickney? That's not far, is it?
No.
Oh, going to have a look. I'm going to have a little drive over there today. There's another place there with stables.
Yes, that's what we need.
Yeah.
Stable.
Oh, lovely to talk to you, dear. Bye, girls. Bye. Great niece Evie and Stacey. I had to tell Stacey then that we're live on air to millions of people all over the world because swears a bit, you know. Just like to swear a little bit. Anyway, where were we? Shall we just give up on the bingo game now and just go? What do you think? Shall we just go now or what? Shall we? No, we'll carry on. All the 5s, 55. 7 and 8, 78. 6 and 9, 69. And 30, blind 30. We've got a winner on 30, gang. Let's bring up the clock. There you go. Let's bring up the bingo clock, all right? James wants to know how old was she. She's 8. The little girl, Evie, is 8. And Harry is 7. Okay? Where's the... I should have a ticket here. Where's what I've done with them pink tickets? Okay. Oh, there they are. Couldn't find the tickets there for a moment. There you go. Diane Jebb's got it today. Well done, Diane. Thank you, my love. Let's stop the clock. Diane Jebb's got the bingo this morning, and her winning numbers are 4, 14, 18, 21, 25, last number 30, 32, 40, 47, 53, 63, 64, 78, 84, and 90. Congratulations, Diane. All right, my love. I think it's just one winner today. And yeah, you were actually two numbers ahead of everyone else. No one else is waiting for a single number. So that was a quick one. Denise, you get ticket number 48, just under half Andy and Rachel there. All right, ticket number 48 for Denise Andrews. There you are, my love. That'll be going into a little pot. Okay. Are we done there? I think we're done this morning. Thanks so much, gang. So might be back tonight, actually. Might be back at some point this evening, as I haven't got anything to do tonight, so we might do a little late night chat box show. Chat box show, completely different to the morning one. I just rely on the chat box for the entire show. That's this evening. All right, possibly at some time this evening. No promises as always, but possibly this evening. I'll just have a little tidy up here. I think I'll go down and have a look at that other place there and see how it is. Thanks so much, Fran, for your comments there. Thank you for being head of likes, Fran. It's a difficult job, I know, darling. I know it's a difficult job, my love. But I often found you have to give something to get a like back. Just the show is not enough. You know, usually hold back someone's pictures or something like that in exchange for likes. Perhaps we should do that again, Fran. I don't know. Maybe do something like that. Anyway, have a nice day, boys and girls. Thank you very much for joining us. I hope you've enjoyed our little show this morning. Definitely back tomorrow morning at 8:45, God willing, or maybe even tonight. Have a lovely day. See you soon. Cheerio.